What is a blockchain? A blockchain is a distributed database or ledger that is shared among the nodes of a computer network. As a database, a blockchain stores information electronically in digital format. Blockchains are best known for their crucial role in cryptocurrency systems, such as Bitcoin, for maintaining a secure and decentralized record of transactions. The innovation with a blockchain is that it guarantees the fidelity and security of a record of data and generates trust without the need for a trusted third party. One key difference between a typical database and a blockchain is how the data is structured. A blockchain collects information together in groups, known as blocks, that hold sets of information. Blocks have certain storage capacities and, when filled, are closed and linked to the previously filled block, forming a chain of data known as the blockchain. All new information that follows that freshly added block is compiled into a newly formed block. That will then also be added to the chain once filled. How does a blockchain work? The goal of blockchain is to allow digital information to be recorded and distributed, but not edited. In this way, a blockchain is the foundation for immutable ledgers or records of transactions that cannot be altered, deleted, or destroyed. This is why blockchains are also known as a distributed ledger technology, DLT. First proposed as a research project in 1991, the blockchain concept predated its first widespread application in use, Bitcoin, in 2009. In the years since, the use of blockchains has exploded via the creation of various cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, DeFi, applications, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and smart contracts. Transaction process. A new transaction is entered. The transaction is then transmitted to a network of peer-to-peer computers scattered across the world. This network of computers then solves equations to confirm the validity of the transaction. The transaction is complete. These blocks are then chained together, creating a long history of all transactions that are permanent. Once confirmed to be legitimate transactions, they are clustered together into blocks. Attributes of cryptocurrency. While blockchains are mostly used to store cryptocurrency transaction history, other things like legal contracts or product inventories can be stored. Has intrinsic value as it is a trustworthy, secure, and fast way to transfer value for little to no cost. Has no physical form as it exists only on the immutable blockchain. The attributes of a cryptocurrency, such as its total supply, are decided upon by the majority of the members of its decentralized network instead of a central bank. Blockchain decentralization. Imagine that a company owns a server farm with 10,000 computers used to maintain a database holding all of its clients' account information. This company owns a warehouse building that contains all of these computers under one roof and has full control of each of these computers and all of the information contained within them. This, however, provides a single point of failure. What happens if the electricity at that location goes out? What if its internet connection is severed? What if it burns to the ground? What if a bad actor erases everything with a single keystroke? In any case, the data is lost or corrupted. What a blockchain does is to allow the data held in that database to be spread out among several network nodes at various locations. This not only creates redundancy, but also maintains the fidelity of the data stored therein. If somebody tries to alter a record at one instance of the database, the other nodes would not be altered and thus would prevent a bad actor from doing so. If one user tampers with Bitcoin's record of transactions, all other nodes would cross-reference each other and easily pinpoint the node with the incorrect information. This system helps to establish an exact and transparent order of events. This way, no single node within the network can alter information held within it. Because of this, the information and history, such as of transactions of a cryptocurrency, are irreversible. Such a record could be a list of transactions, such as with a cryptocurrency. But it also is possible for a blockchain to hold a variety of other information like legal contracts, state identifications, or a company's product inventory. Transparency. Because of the decentralized nature of Bitcoin's blockchain, all transactions can be transparently viewed. By either having a personal node or using blockchain explorers that allow anyone to see transactions occurring live. Each node has its own copy of the chain that gets updated as fresh blocks are confirmed and added. This means that if you wanted to, you could track Bitcoin wherever it goes. For example, exchanges have been hacked in the past, where those who kept Bitcoin on the exchange lost everything. While the hacker may be entirely anonymous, the Bitcoins that they extracted are easily traceable. If the bitcoins stolen in some of these hacks were to be moved or spent somewhere, it would be known. Of course, the records stored in the Bitcoin blockchain, as well as most others, are encrypted. This means that only the owner of a record can decrypt it to reveal their identity using a public-private key pair. As a result, users of blockchains can remain anonymous while preserving transparency. Is blockchain secure? Blockchain technology achieves decentralized security and trust in several ways. To begin with, new blocks are always stored linearly and chronologically. That is, they are always added to the end of the blockchain. After a block has been added to the end of the blockchain, it is extremely difficult to go back and alter the contents of the block unless a majority of the network has reached a consensus to do so. That's because each block contains its own hash, along with the hash of the block before it, as well as the previously mentioned timestamp. Hash codes are created by a mathematical function that turns digital information into a string of numbers and letters. If that information is edited in any way, then the hash code changes as well. How are blockchains used? As we now know, blocks on Bitcoin's blockchain store data about monetary transactions. Today, there are more than 10,000 other cryptocurrency systems running on blockchain. But it turns out that blockchain is actually a reliable way of storing data about other types of transactions as well. Some companies that have already incorporated blockchain include Walmart, Pfizer, Siemens, Unilever, and a host of others. For example, IBM has created its Food Trust blockchain to trace the journey that food products take to get to their locations. Pros and cons of blockchain. For all of its complexity, blockchain's potential as a decentralized form of record keeping is almost without limit. From greater user privacy and heightened security to lower processing fees and fewer errors, blockchain technology may very well see applications beyond those outlined above. But there are also some disadvantages. Pros: improved accuracy by removing human involvement in verification. Cost reductions by eliminating third-party verification. Decentralization makes it harder to tamper with. Transactions are secure, private, and efficient. Transparent technology provides a banking alternative and a way to secure personal information for citizens of countries with unstable or underdeveloped governments. Cons: significant technology cost associated with mining Bitcoin. Low transactions per second. History of use in illicit activities, such as on the dark web. Regulation varies by jurisdiction and remains uncertain. Data storage limitations. The bottom line: with many practical applications for the technology already being implemented and explored, blockchain is finally making a name for itself in no small part because of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. As a buzzword on the tongue of every investor in the nation, blockchain stands to make business and government operations more accurate, efficient, secure, and cheap, with fewer middlemen. As we prepare to head into the third decade of blockchain, it's no longer a question of if legacy companies will catch on to the technology, it's a question of when. Today, we see a proliferation of NFTs and the tokenization of assets. The next decades will prove to be an important period of growth for blockchain. Alright. That's it for this video. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if this video was helpful for you.